Original sin, hatred, resentment, tribalism, racism, all that resulted in what happened starting today, April 7th, 1994, the Rwandan Genocide. Two ethnic peoples, virtually indistinguishable from each other, known as the Hutus and the Tutsis, went at it and resulted in 939,000 people dying in just 100 days. Here, more closer up, there's Rwanda in the heart of Africa, and right above Burundi. These two used to be one country at one time during colonial powers. Germany gave it to Belgium and all that, but mostly there were two ethnic peoples here, Hutu and Tutsi. And the Tutsi were seen as the nobility. They were slightly taller, slightly lighter, and they were given more privileges by the Germans and the Belgians. And so the Hutus had animosity. And in 1972, the Tutsis, taking it out on the Hutus because they wanted to show off their power, decided to commit a genocide against the Hutus. And this is 1972, and it killed about 200,000 Hutus, who then fled into the Congo, Tanzania, Uganda, but mostly into Rwanda. So Rwanda was a primarily Hutu country and with a Tutsi minority. Now the violence is at a minimum. There was a lot of tension. That until this man, the president of Rwanda, a Hutu, Juvenal Habyarimana, was shot down in his plane, and he was unalived in the process. After that, the following day, April 7th, 1994, all hell broke loose. Hutus started massacring Tutsis and massacring any Hutu that wasn't going along with it. It didn't matter. Your neighbors, your students, your whoever, guy at the grocery store. If they were a Hutu or a Tutsi, you went after them. If you were a Tutsi, it was all Hutu power. They wanted revenge, and they were doing it through the radio. They were calling out people through the radio, saying, hey, we got Tutsis over here, we got Tutsis over there, let's go get them. And the primary weapon of choice was a machete. The images of this, because it is absolutely brutal and would absolutely flag my video 110 different ways, which my account doesn't need that anymore. But it was absolutely brutal. These are some of the most tamest photos I can show. Here's an iconic photo, which seemed to be the face of the whole genocide. Now, people outside help tried to come in. The UN actually sent peacekeepers. Those peacekeepers were executed by Hutu rebels who actually strung them upside down, castrated them, and then gagged them with their own genitalia. No, I'm not making this up. Just suffering all around. And it didn't stop until the Tutsi army was able to push the Hutu military into the Congo. And where the war didn't really stop, but in Rwanda the fighting stopped because Tutsis took over. But in the Congo, we'd end up with two massive civil wars there, one of them being known as the African World War, which would claim about 8 million lives in the late 90s, early 2000s, yet you never heard about it. This is what happens when you have a hatred. This is what happens when you hate people for who their ancestors are. Nobody wins. It's a zero-sum game. An excellent movie was made about this on a 10-year anniversary.